Alright boys and girls, welcome back to the channel. Today we've actually got a special video, believe it or not. You will be getting a full-on review and opinion on the brand new Maxpeedingrods Coilovers, okay? For the BMW E36. Thank you to Maxpeedingrods for hooking up with a set to try out. These will be going on my E36 Silver Coupe drift car for some proper testing. Now bear in mind, I have been using Maxpeedingrods basically for close to 10 years at this point, probably a bit less, but I've had my fair share of different styles of Maxpeedingrods, the really budget ones that don't even come with the top hats or have any dampen adjustment, to the more sort of advanced ones where they did have the top hats and the adjustment, along with a bunch of different brands of coilovers like HSD and BC. So I've been around the block in terms of coilovers on E36s in particular, but in this video I'm going to be trying out the brand new, alright, Maxpeedingrods coilovers. These came out this year, 2023. They did send me this huge box along with a banner for my garage here. So I'll probably end up putting this up in a little bit. But now we have to open this box and see what's inside. So get ready for a little unboxing thing. They look pretty serious, I'll be honest. A lot more serious than previously, definitely, man. They've definitely stepped up their game in like quality and just overall build, I guess. Right, so this is them out of the box. Good packaging, a lot better than in the past. I think they've got this sort of like foam thing. I don't know what's going on, but it looks a lot safer. The springs are tapered. I think usually they were just straight, or I might be tripping. But yeah, they look sick. Doesn't really say anything about their spring rate on here by the looks of it. Spring adjusters, you know, if you wish to run them or not. They have like a spacer hat as well that isn't an adjuster if you just wanted to chuck them in. This is the rear shock. The top hat looks a lot more serious than in the past. The dampen adjustment button looks really cool as well with the little logo on there. I think that's lit. And obviously the front strut and spring situation, real legit. They're a lot heavier than the other ones, I feel like. But yeah, and they're actually labeled as well. You've got R, and I'm guessing the other one is gonna say L. So right and left for those of you who don't know which way around. Obviously the adjustable top hats, that's really good. They come with the nuts as well, which is nice. Don't have to reuse your other ones. But yeah, again, no mention of the actual spring rate on the spring itself. So yeah, I guess that's just something to figure out by going onto the Maxpeedingrods website, which hopefully I can do and put it in the video for you guys to get an idea of what's going on here. So yeah, these coilovers are looking sick. I can't actually wait to put them on the E36 and try them out. Damn, bro. This car is just not in a good state. If you saw the end of the last video, you would know my plans with this. However, before all that happens, I need to test these coilovers. I've definitely heard way too much about them from too many different sources, and I think it's time for me to actually figure out what is going on myself and tell you exactly what's up. You know you're not gonna get any bullshit from me. I do wanna preface this entire video with the fact that this is a wasted car. Prime example, tweaked, ripped. If you saw the video where I had a nice chit chat with the police, I did, before the chit chat with the police, go over the underneath of the car, which includes split frame rails, missing sills. You know, this car has just been through the ringer. Almost entirely straight though. So I should be able to give an accurate review on how the coilovers actually perform on a drift car. I won't get the chance to daily the car on them, so I won't be able to give you an idea of what they're like on the street, but track is a lot more intensive than street. So if they perform well on track, you already know they're going to be perfect for the street. Either way, what I'm trying to do today is get this fucking pig out, because I haven't actually unloaded it since Driftland, which happened in May, and it is September now. If you look in here, I've got my bumper and all the wheels with tires in the back, tools, random trims, helmet. So yeah, I'm gonna get on with doing that. Driving. Why the I hate filming videos here because it's like a main road for some reason, even though it's hella residential. And the thing is, everyone who drives past knows that they're fucking being annoying, because they always look over at me like, oh, Am I disrupting something? Yeah, you're disrupting the damn video. Anyway, what I've got to do right now is pull this car out of here, unload it, and change the wheels, because I don't think the wheels that are on it right now have any tires. It's so crazy seeing this thing out in daylight. It's yeah, kind of wild. I enjoy it. It is starting to rain now. I have been able to complete basically everything I wanted. New bumper, new tail light. I've put the new wheels and tires on the back. The fronts are okay, so that's fine. I've put pressure in all of them. But in this M Sport lip was a bit more of a challenge than I expected. It got burnt on the exhaust. You can see there's some plastic residue on here. So it got really tweaked and distorted. I had to cut it in half and basically mount it to itself. So that's gonna do for now. Obviously, it's just a pod day. And like I'm saying, this is getting scrapped. So this will do for now. I love the mismatched taillight look. I think that's so jokes. I've just got to put these back in. Yeah, this is my tire wear. Look, absolutely wasted. You got to remember, I was running these at like 20 psi and they were brand new. So yeah, I do need to go get lunch because the day is getting on. So I'll be back with the coilover install in just one moment. I didn't even mention, but to get that tail light out, I had to basically like pry it out of the car. And also I did a lot of hammering. I don't know if you can tell, but this is all squished, and down there too. It's kind of really hard to see when the tail light is on there. But like basically I couldn't get the new tail light in because the car was so bent. Obviously the other tail light is destroyed, so I could take it out by destroying it a little bit more. But yeah, I didn't want to destroy the new amber corner light tail light thing, so I had to do some molding to the car. It's fine now. Holds the tail light. I put all of the bulbs in there, so hopefully at least some of them work. This will do for now, innit? That's what I'm saying. I'm glad that a lot of my silver trims were actually saved from the wall bash and tire bash, so really it's almost perfect. I'm gonna leave the black bumper because black coupe, and also it matches my black fuel door. Face tats. This is the new face tats. That's lit. What do you think?
Me?
No, leave in the comments below what you think of Bevan's face tat. Show me your knuckles too. I'm really a big fan, I'm not gonna lie. This shit is so sick. Bevski's looking like a model by the day. More and more by the day, right? That's how you speak.
Some guy came up to me and made me do some modelling.
This is true.
He was like, yo, I like the face tat. Can you do some modelling? Did it yesterday.
Perfect. Bless. Yeah, that's it. Either way, tats are sick. Leave a comment below what you think. We're here with the Silver Coupe. As promised, we're going to be doing the MXR coilovers, the new ones, T7s. I have been speaking to Maxpeedingrods on Instagram. They have informed me that these coilovers are actually very good for daily use as well as track use. So I'm gonna try and do some daily tests. There is a meet that Max Fuller and I are hosting in a couple of weeks. I think it's not this weekend, but next weekend. And I'm planning to street drive this to the meet, which is in town. So I'm gonna go through the Brighton roads, which some of them are not the best. So I'll definitely do proper testing on the coilovers, as well as obviously taking the car to pod, which should be in the next video. But yeah, today, the purpose of today will be to actually install them on the car. I do only have a couple of hours to do that, but I've done coilovers on E36 1,000 times, so I don't think it should be too long or difficult. Mechanic. It's actually kind of jokes working on the side of the road, to be fair. It's been a while since I've done that. Go the other way, I guess. Is this okay? Old coilovers out. Not to chat any shit. These are just different coilovers, so we're gonna change them out. See, my top hat is probably just fucked in it. It was making a noise. If it's doing that, it's not very good. So yeah, probably need a new top hat on these. I do have the new, of course, Maxpeedingrods T7 E36 coilovers. Raise them a bit because I do want to have a higher front height than I have had so far. So unwind the bottom sleeve. In case you wanted to know how to adjust coilovers, don't fuck with any of this. This is to adjust your spring rate and spring, what was it called?
Preload.
Preload, right. This is to adjust the preload. This ring here is to adjust the ride height. You want to move the whole thing up with the spring on it away from itself. So this is why you use the bottom sleeve to adjust your ride height. and not the spring preload, okay? Don't make that mistake, I've done it too many times.
People love to max out the bottom of this and then go to this to make it even lower, and then your car will drive like shit.
Yeah, so don't do that. Yeah, what you want to do is leave this where it is, because Maxpeedingrods and any of the coilover manufacturers in the world know what they're doing. They can set their own preload, and use the bottom ring to adjust your ride height. And in this case, I'm gonna max it all the way out. I'm trying to have some fucking drift car looking thing. Hella wheel gap in the front, you know? Imagine I had a workbench. You can just do this. Yeah, so you can go as high as you want, innit? Like,
Pretty much.
I'm not even gonna bother winding it all the way out, but I'm guessing it goes like quite deep.
Yeah.
So yeah, solid. That's another thing actually, quality-wise. If you've got your sleeve going, if you've got your arm going into the sleeve quite deep, then that's strong setup, innit? Because like, I've not seen it, but I've imagined that there's probably coilovers in the world that have a really short arm going into the sleeve, and then as soon as there's any impact, it just like rips off, like the threads just strip and it fucks up. So this is not the case here. Solid built Maxpeedingrods T7s. People count threads and do like random measurement tape measure things. That's unnecessary, okay? Just use your eyes. That's plenty. And then drive it and see how it feels, and change it after you feel it. It's not about numbers, it's about the feeling you feel in your ass. Imagine money was like that. Oh, I'd be fucking rich. I guess if you're a porn star, it is. All right, cool. We're gonna have this new ride height.
Oh, we got less travel as well.
Less travel. It's all right. We want the front to be stiffer. I want the front to be stiffer anyway. Stiff and tall. Sounds like me. So like this. Yeah, 100%. Because you want this
Why has it
straight.
got so much outward adjustment and not inside?
You can move the bolts.
Have you got added caster?
Oh my god! I have to fucking do my camber. Oh no! Does this mean I need to go to an alignment? So I'm gonna run it straight as they want from Maxpeedingrods, and for as well to test. Yeah.
The good thing is, yeah, as well, they add this alignment thing. So you can
Yeah,
literally
you
do
can
it by
check.
eye and make sure they're both the same.
Exactly. So yeah, they already have set it standard. So this is a stock setup on both the coilovers by Maxpeedingrods, and that's what I'm going to run. I'm just going to put it on. All I've done is adjust the height. Testing purposes, isn't it? There we go. That's fair. Continuing on with the installation after a bunch of bullshit. You're going to take off your 13mm nuts. Honestly.
Listen to the sound of this. Sounds good.
Serious, huh?
I would like it squishy, so the front moves up and down, so you get the pendulum effect.
I want it to slide. I want it to be a brick
Oh, in the front.
in the front.
I see.
And I already don't have an anti-robot, you gotta remember.
Yeah, that is true. I forgot
things
about
are
that,
gonna be
actually. I
whopping
did
about
forget.
on their own anyway. So the stiffer they are, the more consistent it's gonna be.
Yeah.
Imagine I can fit this. So maybe it's too tall. Is that a thing? The fucking car is in the way, bitch! Bro, what do we do now? What's the strat? Because it's too long, it's not trying to go in there really.
Well, you've got a shot on it then.
Why is this the most annoying thing to do?
Yep.
Like, since when is it that long to like, why was taking it off so easy?
Oh god. This is what an abusive relationship looks like.
Down! It's just stiff. Motherfucker. We've got something. Okay. Yes. We
Great.
can add the, yeah, well, I'm wearing gloves, man.
Have you got any spare gloves?
I think so. What's the time anyway? We can get back to you when I've installed the coilovers. How about that? Okay, it's in, and actually, like down here, I do remember having installed coilovers in the past that have been really weird to actually fit onto the knuckle properly. Like the little dowel going in, not being in the right place, and the holes not lining up. These were not like that at all. They were actually perfect. So yeah, very happy with that. Really good fitment. The bolts went straight in, the dowel slid straight in. Obviously, I just had them a bit too tall, so this is why. So yeah, just don't do that. You know? Adjust the ride height after you've installed them. One thing I wanted to show, apart from my fresh 320i E36 brakes, look in here. What the fuck? That's like a whole ass, that's a full-on tire. That's a whole tire worth of tire in here. I'm just gonna keep that because I think that's quite a good place to store all of your rubber, what is it? Rubber tire boogers. That's what Noriera calls them. So yeah, I mean, in terms of the coilovers, I'm just literally gonna finish up bolting up this side. I'm gonna do the rear. The rear's pretty Pretty simple shock and spring quick thing. I'll show you how that goes. Every video we see a plane. Shout out to all the plane boys. In terms of the coilovers, I did want to mention something. When you are tightening up this top knuckle nut bolt situation, the opening on the coilover, yeah, this bit is quite wide, making it easier for it to slide in place. Just general ease of installation. But when you do tighten it, you basically need to snug up the nut and bolt to squeeze it. Otherwise, it will be kind of floppy. It's nothing wrong with that. It's just keep in mind when you're installing it, you got to tighten everything up properly, which you should be doing anyway when you're making an installation for any part. Okay, so I put the car on the ground because I need to use the breaker bar for the rear wheel bolts. But yeah, this is the ride height I've actually ended up doing on it. I think that's very savage and very drift car, and I think I'm gonna stick with it. It's not very seen or like lit, but this looks mega functional, and I'm interested. I want to see how this drives. So yeah, the amount of camber is not very large at all, but it's definitely, I mean, really, I'm kind of trying. To be fair, like maybe this is a couple of degrees. If you look at the wall behind it and use the straight line on the floor as a guide, yeah, it's a couple of degrees, maybe 3 or 4 degrees. When originally I've got like a lot more, it's about 7 or so. A lot more aggressive looking, I think. So yeah, I'll stick with this. I was thinking to like lower it and adjust the height, but nah, let's go. Right, so it's been, I don't know, maybe another half an hour. I did attempt to do the rears, however, this is a silver coupe, and somehow the 18 holding the shock onto the rear hub is like welded, and you know, it's welded itself on there. There's no actual welds on it. So it's basically stripped. I don't think it's entirely stripped, but I want to leave it because I know I'm going to strip it fully if I continue, and I'd rather someone who knows what they're doing and has proper tools be able to take it off eventually. So basically what I'm saying right now is, I'm sorry Maxpeedingrods, but I'm not actually going to be able to utilize your beautiful rear shocks and springs in my car because it's actually a piece of shit. So I'm sorry, I hope that this doesn't ruin our deal. But the front coilovers on an E36 is what matters most anyway. So those are the ones I'm going to be testing more so than anything else. And I'm sure the rears work perfectly fine. So yeah, I'm just going to get on with doing the left front, which I just discovered I actually have a brand new brake line. Who knew? I didn't know that, and I was driving the car, so that's great. Good times. Thanks, Silver Cube. To be fair, coilovers are installed. This is my other front fitment, same as the other one. 4 fingers. 4? 4. All the fingers.
Bro.
Whole ass hand.
That's higher than factory, yo.
Do you reckon? I don't
Probably.
think so. I think that's about factory height, to be fair. But yeah, we're gonna go do a little test drive just to see. Obviously, I'll just go around the block. I'm not doing like an actual test. Best thing, the boot actually latches, even though it's completely bent. This car is for sale, £5,000. Slide into my DMs if anyone wants it. Brand new Maxpeedingrods Coilovers, M50, dual caliper Hydra, you know, all of this, all of that. Shout me. No more today. Let's go. Right, so it's now the Thursday before the Sunday meet. If you don't know what's going on, you don't follow me on Instagram, so you're sleeping. At Rogue Drive on Instagram. Max Fuller and I, we're hosting a little cars and coffee type meet in the morning. If you missed it, you missed it. What can I say? Maybe next time you'll be following me on Instagram and know what's up. There was an issue yesterday where the car didn't want to start because it had a flat battery somehow. I don't understand. It's okay, I charged my jump pack. It's good now. I took it around the block. It had no power steering fluid. I added power steering fluid. So now I've got power steering, which is good. Obviously we like power steering. I don't mind not having power steering. It's just like, Power steering's nice. Another thing, the top mounts on the MXRs, this is the MXR video, they were loose from factory. So when you get yours, make sure you tighten the top mounts before you take the car for a drive. So I've done that now. They're tight, no knocking, no flopping, very good. I took the car around the block again, as I said, and it feels very nice. Like the stiffness in the front makes it feel super responsive. Like obviously I've literally just done a lap around the corner, but it does feel a lot more like, I don't know, precise in a way. So either way, obviously testing it on track is going to give me a lot more feedback to give. So stay tuned for that video. It might be a separate video or might be in this video, who knows, depends on how I want to do it. But the next thing you should be seeing is the car meet, where I do a little walk around of everyone who showed up, and I'll probably pick my favorite car. It might be Max's car because it's the 2J E36, but it's alright, maybe someone else will have a chance. Oh yeah, I don't actually know if I showed how I've repaired this, but yeah, I just put my black coupe bumper on with all the silver trims I had left, which is the only one is the one on the side. I did some artwork there, but I've also done some M3 sort of clear tail lights instead of the one clear, one amber, because I just thought that was weird. But like, look at this, is the boot closed, like that's the boot latched. Look at this fitment, bro. This car is so gone. Like this corner is just missing. Like what? The car is meant to be here, bro. There's like 3 inches of car missing. Yeah, it's all right. Function, eh? Function over form, or like form made of function. That's what this is. Seafront meet Sunday. We're about to all, you know, leave because it's late now. But homie Sadiq made it in his Lexus. He's drift ready, so he's gonna be at the drift day. You don't know what's going on, you're sleeping, but yeah, Wednesday is coming. This thing made it out. I figured out that my front wheel nuts were just completely loose the whole time. Good build. Stan made it in his EF. Raza is here as well. I don't know where the fuck he is. There's Raza. You brought your IS in it, we'll show that in a sec. This is your other whip. This is Bevan's bike, it's legit. Pop a wheelie? Not today. Max 2J car. If you don't know this, you're sleeping. He's got like 5,000 million horsepower. Go check his channel out, Max Fuller. Do that. Ross's car, very fresh paint, sexy body kit. Actually quite nice, got full interior and all that. Armrest, imagine. Quite nice. Maybe we'll do a proper video on this one time. Ford Focus. I don't know anything about Ford, so I'm just gonna skip over that. And then Raza Lexus. This is his new car. He needs to paint the wheels, but he has one singular Altezza center cap, which I think is probably the best part of this car, along with his window deflectors. Very good. Sunroof, lovely stuff. I think we're gonna go for a little cruise, and I think I'm gonna get to experience the 2J.
How wide this thing is, and the wheels stick right out.
Wise fab wide, that's what it is. We're in Max 2J car. I'm going to experience for the first time. Yeah, I'm excited. Stay tuned. Say hi. Glue him. Bruh, where's the grip? Yo! Oh shit!
That's not even proper boost yet.
Bro, that was 5K!
Yeah.
What?
That top is where it's fucking gnarly.
What does it rev to?
7.3 or something.
7.3, fucking hell. Bruh. My toes are like coming out of my shoes. What the fuck?
It gets my heart racing.
Yeah. Bruh. This is madness. It's so smooth, man. It's like the best of both worlds, isn't it? Toyota and BMW. Oh, straight road. Oh my days, what the fuck? Oh my god, bruh. Oh my days, bruh, this is savage. Oh, I love it. Oh, no bike, have to. Bruh, my face is broken right now.
Pretty gnarly, yeah.
Bro, gnarly doesn't even describe it. So good!
I can't imagine what it's like as a passenger.
Bro.
Like as a driver, it always feels slower, doesn't it?
Bruh. It feels like an airplane takeoff.
Yeah.
That's how I describe
exactly
it as.
what Bryce said, isn't it?
Yeah. Just spins. Savage, man, savage. The little bangs as well, come on. Bro, you've built a monstrosity. I love it. Oh, the tree. It's fine, we made it. Fucking hell, bro. Good fucking shit. This is solid. Oh, I need it.
Right?
I need it.
So you need turbo.
I need it. It's happening. Yes! So good, bro. Mental. Oh, yes. 2J E36, best combo. Very good. My guy. Love. So sick. Woo! So good. Next passenger in line. Genuine velvet blue car as well, imagine. So good. This is a splice in. I do want to mention as well, yeah? You saw my face when I rode in Max's 2JZ E36, okay? One thing you lot have to remember, that car is on the exact same suspension that I'm reviewing right now. The brand new Maxpeedingrods T7 Coilovers. And I'm not gonna lie, that's another thing that fully has impressed me about them. Like, almost 600 horsepower, very stable, very planted, and very predictable. Of course it's wild because it has way too much power for that chassis. It's got like 3 times the amount that car is ever meant to have. And yeah, it was solid. I was saying this to Max as well, like off camera, how I'm impressed with how the coilovers are handling the whole situation. He has no strut braces, whereas I've got strut brace front and rear on my car. So yeah, just thought I'd mention this. Maxpeedingrods T7s, very good. So this is the next day. I wanted to do a bit of a conclusion, I guess a conclusion actually, to the Maxpeedingrods situation. So after the meet on the seafront, we did take us drive through town up to the dike, which if you know Brighton, you would know the dike is quite a nice little sort of woodsy area with quiet roads and stuff like that. It was a lot of traffic, which is kind of crazy considering Sunday, but actually makes sense at the same time. The coilovers, I'm actually really impressed. Now, after I tightened the lug nuts on the front of my wheels and losing one somewhere along the way because they were literally finger tight, it felt a lot more solid and less wobbly than before that. So very tight, very solid, and actually really responsive. Like, my ride height probably has a bit to do with that. All in all, they felt amazing. Like, I'm actually impressed. What's the word? Consistent. As I say, I'm gonna give them a proper test on the track in literally 2 days, but I just thought I'd film this to sort of conclude this section. I did want to thank everyone for coming out to the meet. Obviously, we expected a bit of a bigger turnout because we're kind of, you know, we were overestimating it, but it's good to see all the homies and, you know, just kind of have everyone in the same place. A lot of people said they would come from out of town, but obviously 11 a.m. on a Sunday, a bit of a stretch for out of town people. So maybe next time we'll figure out a better time and place actually. Oh, let's get run over. Better time and place probably, because that location that we chose is kind of infamous for having shit meets. And apparently after we left, there was someone in like a brand new Merc who ended up like rinsing their car off and like going into the grass verge after doing a burnout, because apparently that's what you do with a brand new Merc. Anyway, yeah, please don't do that at meets or ever. Like, that's embarrassing. So yeah. On a lighter note, I do want to say thank you to everyone who actually bought some Rogue tops at the meet and stickers as well. It was quite a few people, which was lit. It's amazing. Like, I really appreciate it. So thank you again to everyone. It was quite a chill meet apart from all of the bullshit that happened after. So yeah, definitely make sure you come out to the next one. We're gonna probably have a better location and slightly better organization, but it will all be announced on Instagram. So follow me on Instagram at Rogue Drive. Follow Max as well at MaxFuller95. Follow his build because he's a savage, bro. 580 horsepower, 2JZ E36, entirely built by his own 2 hands. Amazing. I can't even fucking comprehend, considering I can't even put together a 2.8 E36. That being said, I do want to thank you for watching this video. As I'm saying, I will be going to Santa Pod Raceway like in 2 days, so expect a video about that. Full review on how the Maxpeedingrods perform on track will be in that video as well, and also definitely a bunch of driving footage. I'm going to try and make sure my GoPro works and see if I can get some outside footage. I think it might be raining, so I'm not sure how good outside footage I'll have, but I'll do my best. That will be the last time I'm driving the Silver Coupe, so get excited about that and all of the stuff I've got planned for the Black Coupe. If you don't know what I'm talking about, watch the end of the 350Z video. I give a little sneak peek of the idea. I have managed to make some progress towards that, so as I say, stay excited, subscribe to the channel. Oh yeah, don't forget, rogueworld.co, brand new items available now. Make an order, and yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Peace.